Welcome back to Between the Lines. Jason McAteer and Don Hutchison are discussing the football issues of the day, one of which is United. But it's FC United of Manchester, the club born 5 years ago as an anti-Glazer protest. Andy Kerr reporting.
What happened at Old Trafford last week was exactly the reason FC United of Manchester was founded. Huge debts causing players to question the club's ambition, and the star striker being given a multi-million-pound contract, while Williams had to face up to a new era of austerity. Not like that at the other United.
To me, Wayne Rooney is as far removed from my life and my life going to football now as Simon Cowell is, for instance.
I think in this week particular, and so much is happening off the pitch to people's lives, I think it was disrespectful.
What happened with Rooney this week has been a bit of a laughable fiasco, really.
You can say it's been a score draw, as some journalists have described it as a score draw between Man United and Wayne Rooney. But I think the loser has been the supporter. I've been a Manchester United fan all my life. Born one, die one. It's in your blood. This football club's all about showing us an alternative way of running football.
My issue was the fact that the Glazers had bought the club with virtually none of their own money and then been allowed to load it down to the club.
I think if you ask 90% of the people do they regret walking away from Old Trafford, they'd say no, and the other 10% probably be lying.
Are you still a United fan?
Yeah. No, I mean, you can't switch that off after 30 odd years of watching your club.
I've seen another side of football which I really do enjoy. I've had the time in my life here at FC and I want it to continue.
Speaking of order, whereas you're going to Man U, it's like how much is it for a ticket?
What's the dream?
The dream certainly to be in 10 Acres Lane in our own ground within hopefully a couple of years.
For the first time in their short existence, FC United found themselves in the draw for the first round of the FA Cup. Grown men used to cup finals at home and abroad, genuinely excited at the prospect of drawing the Football League.
Number 35.
Number 35, Rochdale. And for them in 41 years.
55.
Rochdale, so it's a big day now. Just got bigger local derby against Rochdale, and it's away from home, so we get 50% of the game without having to pay rent and then.
Rochdale doesn't even come into thoughts really. It's about today's game, and it's about winning today's match.
I mean, the world really, and well, the fans, if it gets through to this, it's a big thing for him. It's the next step towards the new ground and everything for them.
It's 90 minutes, it's 11 against 11. And I'm sure the best team will prevail.
Of course, before those involved with FC United to think about Rochdale, the blue square side of Barrow stood in their way. The Cumbrians are 2 leagues higher up the football pyramid than the Manchester side, and the holders of the FA Trophy, non-league own FA Cup. Early goals for results to separate the sides. Barrow's best chances coming as a result of United mistakes. Nick Chadwick, who should have been better, and the sides went to level and break. But then that calm margins and set at half-time had the desired effect. From the off, FC looked more like Sir Alex's United, playing with pace and attacking down the flanks. Jerome White in particular giving the Cumbrians a hard time. FC had scored 14 goals in their past 3 games, and was looking like one would be enough here. But when Mike Walton struck the foot of the post and right forward could save, stalemate beckoned. Walton played a tantalising ball across the area, but Carlos Rocker was fired the home side in front. Those celebrations were loud, but nothing compared to the sheer 15 minutes later when referee Mark Hayward drew for full time, signalling FC United into the first round of the FA Cup.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Next round, first time we've done it across the short history, but
What did you feel when you scored that goal? You looked excited.
Yeah, it's just instinct, it just came, I thought, I've got to get there, got there, and it's in the back of the net, and when you see these guys going mental, that's what it's all about.
It's a landmark, I suppose, another landmark for the club. We've only been going, it's our 6th season, and already been in the first round of the FA Cup, so great achievement. Congratulations to FC United of Manchester. And the FA Cup will be featured from start to finish here on ESPN. We've got 2 live first round matches, 2 live first round replays, and there's an announcement due tomorrow of which of those 2 games will be live. hopefully FC United and Manchester will get a little bit of a look in. It's a great story, isn't it? I know it's difficult for a former Liverpool player to say, but FC United and Manchester is a great story. When you see the emotion of all those players and the fans, it's quite heartwarming actually for grassroots football.
They deserve to be where they are because they've won football matches.
Absolutely.
You know, and they get the fans going. I think it's about 3,000 a week going. It's a great little setup they've got, and yeah, well done. Really well done to them, because like I say, you've got to win football matches to be where they are. I think 2 off the conference now, 2 divisions off the conference. You know, it's looking up for them, and hopefully they can get up there and get into the league.
Yeah, 101 league places in football's pecking order between Rochdale and FC United of Manchester. But why is it, Don, that the nearer you get to the game, you start to make a case for why can't there be a surprise?
Why can't they? I mean, that's football. That's why we all love it, don't we? Because that's the FA Cup. They put a performance in. Rochdale are off form on the day, and they can get through. You know, there's definitely a case for me.
Do you still have the love for the FA Cup that you did? I hear people say all the time that it's not what it is, but I talk to former professionals like yourselves, and everyone says I still really like it.
I think it's absolutely magic. It's the best club competition in the world. What other competition can you throw someone like that in? Rochdale in against the big boys. You know, it's a great competition, and if you do well, there's no better feeling. I have been further in the quarter-final. You know, you got to the final one for the white spot.
But when you finish, you know, you're only left with your memories, really.
You haven't even got it anymore, have you?
The suit. No.
Where is the white suit?
Helen Chamberlain asked me for it, and
Helen Chamberlain from Sky?
Yeah, she was getting married, and she wanted a fella to wear it, but she ended up splitting up, and it brought her no luck. Brought her as much luck as it brought me. And yeah, it was disappointing.
It wasn't going to be white, was it? You were telling us a story a couple of weeks back. It was going to be like a nice brown or something.
We had brown suits ordered, and obviously David James was doing this thing for Armani, and Giorgio got on the phone to David James and said, "So we're going to do your suit."
As you do.
The thing is, when you get given a suit, I mean, we had World Cup suits, I mean, they're nice, but you always give them to your dad. And so we just thought, well, we can give him a nice suit from Marx's, or we can give him an Armani suit, what do you want? So we went for the Armani, and then he turned up on the day, and they were white. Well, they were like a cream, they were like an off-white.
I think there's a book in those suits, isn't there, really, where everyone's suit has gone to.
But can you imagine being in the Man United dressing room and looking at them across there? You would have thought, we're going to have these today. I mean, look at them.
I just sometimes wonder whether I'm over romantic about it, because you see all those FC United players in the dressing room, and for them it's the equivalent to the cup final, and you can't act out that emotion and what it means to them.
Yeah, I don't think they're thinking they're ever going to win the FA Cup, but they want to get as far as they can. So you're right, so the next game is the cup final, because they don't know how far they're going to get. But I was saying before, I mean, when you finish football, you're left with a lot of good memories, a lot of bad memories and stuff, and for me, certainly the FA Cup is a very, very special memory. I know we lost the game, and it wasn't a great game, it was to Man United, but to play at Wembley in a cup final for Liverpool, for me, was very, very special.
And I guess it's going to be, I mean, of course, we have an interest because we're delighted that we're going to be broadcasting the FA Cup this season, so let's say we have an absolute interest in this. But as far as grassroots football is concerned, for all those teams, it's good that everything gets shared around, because well, you're looking forward to so many teams having days of their lives.
Yeah, well, it shows you if the work's done and the quality of players that you've got in them leagues. I mean, you know, I've played down in the League Two, and I've come up against some lesser sides, shall we say, and they knock it around a bit, you know, especially in the Unibond as well. They do play some good football, and credit to them, they've got so far. And if they can turn Rochdale over, then, you know, you never know how far they can go.
What do you feel about the model of supporters owning clubs? Because it's been tried, and all around the leagues, supporters like shares in the club. I think the jury, it works for some, it doesn't work for others, doesn't it?
I think it's great for the fans to have a little stake and a little say in it. I don't know how sort of far you can go with it,
how much you want to get,
and at what level you can take that club to, because it's always going to be costly at the end of the day, because the standard of players needs to be getting better, so therefore you need to buy players, bigger wages and this, that and the other. So I think it's great for the fans that they can have a little bit, but how far they can take it, I'm not so sure.
You know, for some of these ties, that when the draw comes out, you think that's absolute, it's a certain, that's going to be, the result's going to go that way. But as the week goes on nearer the game, it just seems to shift and shift, and I think it's at 3 o'clock on the Saturday, all of a sudden you can make a case for anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's usually when it kicks off, in it, you can see the shape of the game, and, you know, sometimes, I mean, when is the first round? Is it January? Something around that time, isn't it?
Third round, 1st of January.
Yeah,
we got the next pitch round properly,
Pitches aren't great, you know, become a leveler, don't they, for these teams and stuff, and next one it's a long ball, it's been headed down, there's half chances, there's always chances for them, if they go in on the day. And always, there's always upset.
I played one for West Ham against Chesterfield. And there was the infamous one where Glenn Roeder didn't want us to get changed at Chesterfield, so we got changed at a hotel
And went to the game on
the game on the coach of their players and their fans, seeing us get off the coach in our strip, thinking we were too good, you know, to get changed there. Lost 1-0.
The team talk was done for them.
It was done from them. They seen us and they thought we'll have a bit of this.
Time to take a look at some of the stories on the sports pages of tomorrow's newspapers. Let's hear what everyone's going to say. Martin O'Neill is going out to the Arab Emirates